full moon tonight, it looks like. It's crazy how you go from 7 degrees to 36. So, it's Thursday. I need air in my tire, apparently. Today was another good day. Joan, a switch flip. I heard her, I haven't sent you on any of the previous videos, but she did an interview last night, and she asked me to stick around, and a girl's been working for a State Farm agent. Very, 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 very high volume. She has 2 offices, very competitive. She has to make 100, cold calls a day, and has to write 7 financial start, all that, right? And Joan was worried because when she interviewed her on the phone, because she's working, so it has to be after hours, whatever, that she said she didn't like cold calling. And when Joan brought that up to me, and I was like, she handed me her resume, which looked like shit. I said, I don't understand why people have resumes like this. She was like, no. I said, I would say that she doesn't hate cold calling. She doesn't want to cold call all day. If that girl has been working there for a year and a half for one of the most aggressive agents and hadn't been fired, I'd say she's pretty good. She's burnt. And with the model that we have here of doing calling and service and calling and service, I think she would love that, to be honest with you. So don't take the I hate cold calling thing. Because I hate cold calling too. If I have to do it all day, every day. I mean, yeah, who doesn't, But, so I got to sit in my office. She asked me to stay. I sat in my office and listened. She's 27. Got her wits about her. Today, Joan came in. As soon as I left, I stayed for a while, walked in, introduced myself, asked her a couple of really good questions, and then I brought up the cold calling. I said, so cold calling all day for a year, that's got to be really, really rough. And I said, how would you feel about cold calling some and then service? And she goes, that would be amazing. And I was like, it really is. It's a good break. And Joan goes, oh, I agree. That's why I love that model. She had forgot to bring that up. And then I asked her, what part of town you live in? And then I told Joan today, so as soon as I left, I stayed and listened until after 6. She got there at 5:20. Went in and introduced myself. I introduced myself in the beginning, but went in afterwards and said I was leaving and asked her a couple questions, and I really like her. I think she's probably Chinese. Great, really loud. First thing Joan said today, she walked in, she goes, I bet you loved how loud she was. I was like, man, I had to take off my hearing aids, and she started laughing. And found out she worked remote. Like she said, did you drive into work the other day when it snowed real bad in Colorado Springs? And she goes, no, we worked remote. And she goes, oh, you work remote? She goes, no, not always, but on days like that and stuff, we'll work remote. Which I've asked Joan to do, instead of not having a day, can I just work remote? So she, I left, I went to the bathroom, and I texted her, I said, I really like her. And she said, good, I do too. Let's talk tomorrow. So today we talked about it, and I said, she's on the ball. She goes, well, I've been burned before with someone that young. And I was like, yeah, she different upbringing. And she told me about the other girl. Different upbringing. If she's worked for that agent, I know that agent. If she's worked for that agent for a year and a half, that says a lot. And her name is on the website for the agent because she's been burned like that before too. Because a lot of us look for jobs and we don't want the other job to know. And so I said, come here, let me show you. She's on the website. She's like, okay, Dad. And so I said, man, when you asked her questions, because her resume was horrible, it just said leadership, training. And that would be it. There would be nothing else. And she was like, I'm going to dig. And I was like, yeah. The girl was on the ball with it. Like, bam, on the ball. Confidence, sweet. So I was really excited about it. I really like her. So we had a long talk about that today. And Joan's just like, and she even said, I think it's important we get to know each other and be personable here. And she's been doing that the last couple days. I don't know what her boyfriend be doing, but she's been really getting personable the last couple days, and just sitting in my office talking to me about things and asking me about myself. And anyway, God, I'm almost home. I just left. Anyway, so she put out an offer, so that's exciting. And not only did she put out an offer, our phones suck. Number one, I don't have a headset. Number two, I have a headset, but I need an adapter, and She says, oh, Allstate say I've got to get new phones. I'm like, oh, thank God, because like if I'm on the phone and somebody calls, I don't get a voicemail, and I can't put someone on hold to answer it. It will not ring on my phone. It's ridiculous. And so I've got to run into the other room. Like, I'll hang up with them because I'll be done. Run into the other room to grab it and then transfer it back to my office. It's just stupid. There's no voicemail. And she's like, do you not check the voicemail? And I'm like, Joan, there's no voicemails on my phone. So I have to go in every morning to her office. It's just weird. So I'm looking forward to that. And then headsets. And I was like, we're going to need a headset. And she goes, yeah. And then she also wants to do more on texting, which is really good. We've been talking a lot about that even before this girl. And then, because I've shown her with all my calls and emails, I get 1 out of 100 calls returned to me, maybe, or that they'll talk to me. And then I'll get, let's say, 10 emails out of 50 that'll respond to me and say, sure, give me a quote. And she goes, okay, it's real, it's true. And I've shown her all that. She sat there and listened and watched. So that's really good. We're getting along amazing. So I'm excited. I like the girl. And I said, I think it's important that we all like each other. And she says, oh, I agree. And I was like, I really liked her. So I'm excited about that, y'all. Obviously, the girl put in 2 weeks and all that. But that's really exciting. Updating some things would be important. To be able to work remote, I think she gets is important. If we're blocked in Colorado Springs, we shouldn't lose a day, And I had sent her an email a while back when she asked me for like this commission report that was really weird and the timesheet. Haven't we done a bunch of timesheets? No, we haven't. No. So she's like, tomorrow I'm going to go over the commission report. I've created a new one. I'll show you how to use it. We'll do a timesheet. So I'm like, oh, awesome. It's 7 something. I just left the office. I was organizing a bunch of stuff. So preparing for the month and all that for February to get ready, get started, build lists of who I want to call and who I think is going to be good for us to call, and not these leads that she bought that were just crap, I mean, I showed her 4 of the people. I had like 10 Allstate people already quoted. It was just, I'm like, it's embarrassing, that I'm one of 100 people blowing these people's phones up. It doesn't work. And, so luckily my emails are really cool. I'm like, hey, it's Monica with Allstate. I know your phone is blowing up. I don't want to be one of those. I hate it. I'd love to see if I can earn your business. I'd love to see if I'm competitive. If you want, I can shoot you a quote. If not, I get it. And they've been like, you are so amazing. I loved your email. Even Joan's like, you're really good at that stuff. You're real personal. And anyway, so it's been going really good. I was going to go see her, and then I ended up the time got away from me again. And then, it was just a really good day, as far as all that goes. It just was a really good day. We're getting along really, really well. I guess she's really learned to just kind of like me and lets me do my thing. I'll get off the phone and she goes, man, that was a good call. That was good. Like, it'll be a customer. I'm like, all right, is there any other questions? All right, I've got an appointment walking in. And then this one guy, he calls and he starts going off on me. And I flipped the script on him. And I said, I always love it when you call. I just do. And there's a reason behind why I say what I say. I've been doing this a long time. Everybody knows I am the fire putter outer. Everybody at State Farm knew that. Everybody at AAA knew that. We had a lady come in drunk, high, on something crazy, throwing shit in the front of the AAA office, and the person up front came back and said, "You're the only person I can think that can calm this lady down." I go get her. I was like, "Hey, come talk to me. Come here. Do you want?" She start crying. I was like, "Come here," and I put my arm around her. Man, that woman left just loving me, and everybody was like, "You're the one." And so I'm really good at that. So she's like, when you say things like that, they're gonna want to keep calling, and they're gonna want to ask you to coffee and all that. I said, "Joan, that guy was cussing me out." My job was to flip the script on that guy. As soon as I did that, he's like, "Well, I like talking to you too. I do remember you." And I was like, no, that email you got was just nothing. Don't you worry about a thing. We've got you taken care of. And he goes, well, you just made me feel so much better. And I was like, well, you made me feel better. And he goes, I sure am glad Jones got you. I was like, well, you're going to make me cry over here. And so Jones like, okay. She thought I'm like coming on to the guy. And I'm like, no, she can't hear the other side because I don't put it on speaker anymore. I let her know how unprofessional I thought that was. And a lot of customers like, take me off speaker. Oh, there's a place called Freakies. So it's been going really good, y'all. Everything's been going great. I think they plowed my apartments yesterday. When I got home, I was not four-wheeling. I don't know what to say. Because my lease is coming up, and I'm like, dude, if y'all don't plow my apartments, I could not get out of my apartments Tuesday. I could have probably made it to work easy breezy on these major roads right here. It's getting out of my apartment that's legit insane, and I can't shovel my way out of the apartments. I might be able to shovel my way off a driveway, and hopefully they freaking plowed the road, the main road a house is on. But for the love, I can't shovel my way out of my apartment complex. And I won't. Man, that pawn shop's like I guess it used to be a restaurant. That was huge. There's this really cool mini golf place here. Ashley, I can't wait for you to come. Ashley's coming. Anyway, love you guys. Life is good. Saturday night, I'm going to Discovery. Oh! I don't know if I send my videos to y'all or not. I make videos all the time, and I upload them. I just don't send them. This lady, Angel Ross, she called upset. Joan heard, this was yesterday, Joan heard the end of the conversation where she made me cry. She called upset, and I was like, I get it. Let's talk about it. And then I said, man, you've been pretty amazing. There's something about you. I like your email. And she goes, you're a Christian, aren't you? Or no, she said, God bless you. And I was like, oh, I needed that. She says, you're a Christian, aren't you? And I said, every ounce of my fiber of my being. And she goes, you know, one day, if we never meet, we're going to see each other in heaven. I'm going to know who you are. I said, that's right. I'm going to be an angel. Just because our spirits, we're going to know. Oh, Woodley's is all decorated. That's cool. Anyway, it was awesome. And so I gave her my phone number, and she wants to get together for coffee. I'd love that. I think 54 was when she was born, something like that. She's a little older. Candace reached out to her, my dentist girl. I was like, I can't wait to see you. So Saturday night, church is on at Discovery. Obviously, church on Sunday. I need to start doing my Thursday nights. Because Thursday night was not bad. That place wasn't bad. And you needed to check out another one. The Tuesday night I'm not in. Monday night I can't make. Monday night's way up in the mountains. There's no way. And then I need to check out this other one and see when it is, because I heard some good things about it. And then Monday nights I can do the Zoom on CR in Austin unless they finally open it back up. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not really into the Zoom thing, and then there was only two faces on there that I knew, and one of them, it was just Dwayne and Hannah, you know? So, not thrilled about that. Normican, send me your dates you're wanting to come. Ash is coming the 19th through the 23rd. I think it's a Friday through a Tuesday. March 19th through the 23rd. So, Ashley will be out here. And then Valley, come on, girl. I think Ash's round trip ticket, and I know you want to fly to Colorado Springs, Valley, but Ashley's round trip ticket to Denver was like $90-something, okay? So, I love you guys. Love you. Mwah. Have a great night. It's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. It's Friday tomorrow. I love you. Mwah.